Well, personally, I don't think I ever anticipated I'd be making a cake based upon a recipe that Google shared covertly during the launch of Android 11, but here we are. So yeah, I suppose you can call us 95 Cakes now. Thanks for watching 95 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. Let's start with the recipe. If you didn't already know, Google hid a little sneaky red velvet cake recipe on their 3D AR Android 11 statue, so we took that as a challenge to go out and make the cake based upon the recipe shared. You'll see the ingredients on screen right now, and of course they're all reasonably standard, so you should be able to grab them all at a local supermarket if you do want to try and make this for yourself. Let's start with some preparation though, as you'll need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 180 degrees centigrade for us Euros. We'll need that ready for later on. Start by greasing two 9-inch round cake pans and then line each pan with parchment paper so the cake doesn't stick inside. Our tip though is to crumple up the paper to help it make fit better into the pan a little easier if your sheet is a little big. Prior to this we already prepped everything to save time, but for cake time, start by whisking the flour, baking soda, cocoa powder and salt together in a large bowl. Set this aside though, as we'll need this later on. Get yourself a handheld or stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, then beat the soft butter and sugar together at a medium to high heat until fully combined. This should take around 1 minute or so. Scrape down the sides and up the bottom of the bowl with a rubber spatula as needed though, to make sure you have all of the mixture. Then add the oil, egg yolks, vanilla extract and vinegar and beat on high for 2 minutes. Keep the egg whites separate as we'll need them in a moment. Scrape down the sides of the bowl again and the bottom with a rubber spatula as needed to make sure you have all of that mixture. With your mixer on a low speed setting, add all of the dry ingredients in 2 to 3 small portions in alternate amounts with the buttermilk. Beat in your desired amount of food colouring until combined. We used 1 to 2 teaspoons of gel food colouring for reference. In a separate bowl, vigorously whisk the 4 egg whites on a high speed until fluffy peaks form. This should take around about 3 minutes or so. Now, gently fold into the cake batter. A quick tip here is to sacrifice the first small spoonful of whisked egg white to bind the mixture first, then keep folding until the batter is silky and just slightly thick. Divide the batter mixture between cake pans and bake for 30 to 35 minutes. You'll know when it's ready because the tops of the cakes should spring back when gently touched, and a toothpick inserted in the centre should come out clean when cooked. Just give the cakes a little longer if you see wet crumbs on the toothpick, however be careful not to overbake as they may dry out. Remove the cakes from the oven and cool completely in the pans set on a wire rack. The cakes must be cool or cold before frosting and assembling, so go watch some Netflix, come back later and when your cakes have cooled fully.
A few moments later.
Now it's time for the pièce de résistance of frosting. In a large bowl using a handheld or stand mixer fitted with a whisk or paddle attachment. Beat the cream cheese and butter together at medium-high speed until the mixture is smooth and lump-free. This should take around about 2 minutes or so. Slowly add the confectioner's sugar, vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. Beat the mixture on a low speed for around 30 seconds before increasing to high speed for a further 3 minutes until the mixture is fully combined and creamy. If the frosting is runny, add more confectioner's sugar and an extra pinch of salt if it is too sweet. The frosting should be soft, supple, but not runny or watery, as after all, nobody wants a soggy cake. Now you should be ready to assemble the red velvet cake. Grab a large serrated knife or bread knife and slice a very thin layer off the tops of the cakes to create a flat surface. Keep this portion that you've cut out, as this can be used to crumble over your finished cake for some extra flair. Place 1 cake layer on your cake stand or separate serving plate. If you want multiple layers, then cut them in half again for a 4-layered red velvet cake. Another tip though is to put a tiny dash of frosting on the plate first and spread out before laying the first layer of your cake on to keep the cake stable on your serving dish. Evenly cover each layer on top with frosting, top and frost each layer until you've topped all cake layers, and then spread the remaining frosting over the top and sides using a knife to smooth out. It's at this point you can crumble over the thinly sliced top layer for that added extra flair. Now you'll need to refrigerate the cake for at least 30 to 60 minutes before attempting to slice. When it's cooled down you can cut and serve. That's all there is to it, from an Android 11 extra Easter egg to a cake on a plate. If you want to make a certified Android 11 red velvet cake of your own, then we'll leave all of the method and information in the description below. Hopefully you enjoyed this first foray into baking here on 9 to 5 Google. But until next time, this is Damien saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.